Is my OneNote screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So the agenda for today is first, what do you mean by forward biasing of diode or an SCR? Second is, what do you mean by positive VLAVG, comma negative VLAVG, and positive ILAVG, comma negative ILAVG. Third is classification of converters, and fourth is half controlled versus fully controlled outputs in converters. And we are going to explain this concept uh, by considering the operation of half wave uncontrolled rectifier HWUCR with RL load, right? So you may be thinking that why in third year second semester we are taking up this point. What do you mean by forward biasing of diode or an SCR? So this is to dispel some misconceptions which I also was having when I started teaching, in the department. But over the years, I understood that my understanding was wrong. So before I define what is actually the meaning of forward biasing of unidirectional devices, I want to know some definitions from your side, and then if we get the correct definition, I will not explain. If I feel the definition is incorrect, I will correct it, or else if I feel the definition is partially correct, I will still correct it. Okay, so now I want to ask you that what is your understanding of forward biasing of diodes and SCRs? Okay, first let me write the point, then I will take answers from you. Or in fact, we can also say forward biasing okay, yeah. Who would like to answer this question, that what is your understanding of forward biasing of a diode or an SCR? Okay, so I can assist you in answering this. Let me first draw a diode, or also I can draw an SCR here. Okay, anode, cathode, anode and cathode. Okay, so I have drawn diode to the left and SCR to the right. I want you to answer that how can I forward bias both of these devices? Come on, answer. So you are supposed to tell me how to forward bias diode and SCR here in this diagram. Yes.
By applying external voltage supply.
Okay, fine. By applying external voltage supply. Which kind of supply? Now, whoever is answering this question, help me electrically forward bias the diode and SCR. Tell me. So, what is the basic definition of forward and reverse bias? You heard it whenever you heard it for the first time. Yes. What is the definition of forward biasing a diode? You heard for the first time.
Sir, apply external voltage
Huh?
to the device, which makes the device operate in this forward region.
No, your answer is incomplete. When you say external potential, you have to specify whether it is AC or DC. Okay? Yeah. So which kind of voltage can forward and reverse bias the diode? Yes. Which kind of voltages you need to apply across the diode or SCR to make it forward or reverse bias? DC or AC? Yes.
DC.
DC. So do you mean I cannot apply AC? Do you want to
It's
say that
depend on.
AC voltage cannot forward and reverse bias the diode?
No, sir. It depends on.
Yeah. Yeah. So tell me that if I want to apply a DC voltage across SCR, then tell me how I should connect the DC source. Okay. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Tell me. I am drawing the DC source now. Okay. I am drawing DC source. This is my DC source, and these are the two terminals. Tell me now, which terminal of the source should I connect where?
Sir, positive terminal will connect to anode.
Okay. So you told that positive terminal should be connected to anode and other should be connected to cathode. So if I draw like this, it is forward biased? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And if you want to reverse bias, what I will do?
Change the polarity.
Change the polarity, right? So according to you, the upper connection is reverse biased and lower connection is forward biased. Okay. Does this definition apply to SCR also? Again, if I am having a source V in and if I want to forward bias SCR, what kind of connections I should make? Speak very fast. Yes.
Same, sir. Positive negative.
Same and positive. Okay. Yeah. So this will be forward biased and this will be reverse bias. Okay. So let me write down reverse bias, forward bias, reverse bias, forward bias. Okay. And if I have to apply AC potential, then can you tell me that can AC potential both forward and reverse bias the diode and SCRs? Yes. If I replace the DC source with an AC source, can AC source forward and reverse bias the SCR and diode? Yes,
Yes, sir.
it can. Can you tell me when will the diode be forward biased and when it will be reverse
When,
biased?
when sir, AC supply is goes to for positive half cycle. Then
Very
diode.
wonderful. Yeah, I got the answers from you. So if I say that this is line and this is neutral, then when line is positive with respect to neutral, that is during positive half cycle, diode is forward biased, and in negative half cycle it is reverse biased. Okay. So again I have line neutral. Okay. So correct. So positive half cycle will forward bias the diode, negative half cycle will reverse bias. Positive half cycle will forward bias, negative half cycle will reverse bias. Okay, fine. This has been our understanding till now of forward and reverse bias. Now I will draw a circuit and you have to tell me whether it is forward or reverse bias. Okay. Yeah. My question is, comment on the FB RB status of the devices. Okay. Yeah, students start commenting. So in front of every SCR and diode, you have to tell me the answer as FB and RB. And depending upon our answers, I will come to know whether you have the correct understanding of forward and reverse bias. Yeah, tell me. What is the status of this diode? Yeah,
Forward bias.
okay,
FB.
fine. FB. What about SCR?
FB.
Very good. Here, second diode,
RB.
RB. Second SCR, RB. Okay. Yeah. Third diode,
FB.
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 Third SCR, yeah.
FB. FB.
Very good. Fourth diode,
RB.
very good. Wonderful. What about this SCR? Yes.
FB.
Okay. FB or RB? Can you be a little louder and clearer? FB. How many? Is there anybody who says that SCR is reverse biased? One answer I got was FB. Anybody vouching for reverse bias? Fine. Now, let me tell you why some students are confused for fourth diode and 4 SCR is because even when I taught basic electronics for the first time, I had taught my students, in fact my teacher, when he taught me the concept of forward and reverse biasing way back in 1995, he told me that a diode is said to be forward biased if the anode is connected to positive potential and cathode is connected to negative potential. And because SCR is nothing but it is a special type of a diode, a controllable diode. So I also had an understanding that if the anode of SCR is connected to positive potential and cathode is connected to negative potential, then diode and SCR are said to be forward biased. So I automatically coined a definition that if anode is connected to negative potential and cathode is connected to positive potential, then it is reverse biased. Students, this is not the complete understanding of the definitions of forward and reverse bias. Students understand one thing, that the potential difference across the diode and SCR, if it is positive, then the device is said to be forward biased. How many of you agree with this? That if the potential difference across the device is positive, the device is FB, otherwise it is RB. So telling that if anode is connected to positive, then diode and SCR are forward bias is wrong. I can have anode connected to negative potential and I can still have the diode forward biased. Okay, that is why. So we reframe our definitions that if the potential difference between the anode and cathode terminals in both diode and SCR, if it is greater than the internal energy of the device, that is the cut-in voltage, then it is said to be forward biased. Okay, that is why if we have this understanding that if anode is connected to positive, it is FB, if anode is connected to negative is RB, it is wrong. So let us first write down the incorrect definitions of the biasings. Okay, so what is our understanding? If A is connected to positive and K is connected to, if A is connected to positive and K is connected to negative, then device equal to FB. And if A is connected to negative and K is connected to positive, then device equal to reverse bias. Both of them need not be essentially correct. Okay, they need not be correct. Okay, because we see here in this particular thing, A is connected to positive and cathode is connected to zero potential. Here, same thing, anode is connected to positive, cathode is connected to ground. Here, anode is connected to negative, cathode is connected to ground. Anode is connected to negative, cathode is connected to ground. We see here anode, cathode. So anode is connected to positive, cathode is also connected to positive. Same here, anode, cathode, positive, positive. Here anode and cathode. Anode is negative, cathode is also negative. Okay, but understand, if the potential difference across the device is positive, then it is called as forward bias. That is why these definitions need not be correct every time. Okay, that is why we reframe that if the potential difference between anode and cathode is greater than the cut-in voltage of the device, then it is forward biased. If potential difference is less than cut-in voltage or it is negative, it is reverse bias. Okay, now see here, what is VAK here? How much is VAK? Potential difference? Yes.
0.7.
What is the potential difference across the diode? Potential difference means VA minus VK. How much? Yeah. What is the potential difference between anode and cathode terminals?
5 volt.
It's, you should never say 5, you should say plus 5. It is plus 5 minus 0. Same thing here. VAK is VA equal to 5 volts minus 0. Okay. What is the potential difference here? VAK, it is minus 5 minus 0. So it is minus 5 volts. Same here. VAK is equal to minus 5 volts. Okay. Now here see. What is the potential difference here? VAK, it is plus 5 minus plus 3 equal to plus 2 volts, which is greater than cut-in voltage. Same is here. VAK is anode potential minus cathode potential plus 2 greater than the cut-in voltage of SCR. Here VAK is equal to minus 2 minus minus 5 plus 3 greater than cut-in. Same thing here. What is VAK here? The difference is more. VAK is equal to minus 5 minus minus 100 equal to plus 95 volts. Surely greater than VK. Okay. So we see that it is not compulsory that just because the anode of SCR or diode is connected to negative potential, the diode must be reverse biased. Right. So anode being connected to positive does not ensure forward biasing. Similarly, anode connected to negative does not ensure reverse biasing. Okay, that is why we reframe our definitions here. So, anode connected to positive does not ensure forward biasing. Similarly, anode connected to negative does not ensure reverse biasing. Okay, so we can prove this point here This is a diode, anode, cathode. This is connected to plus 10, this is connected to plus 20. So VAK is equal to plus 10 minus plus 20 equal to minus 10. So the conclusion is the diode is reverse bias. Why? Because potential difference between A and K is negative. Similarly, for this particular point, we can have like this: anode, cathode, minus 10, minus 20. So here VAK is equal to minus 10 minus minus 20 equal to plus 10. So the conclusion is it is forward bias. You will come to know why I am so elaborately discussing about these things after some time. Okay, so the correct definition of forward and reverse biasing is this: if potential difference between anode and cathode is greater than the cut-in voltage, it is forward bias; less than cut-in voltage or negative, it is reverse biased. Okay, so thus we cover the first point here. Okay, yeah. Now understanding of point number 2 will lead us to understand point number 3 very easily. Meaning of positive and negative VLAVG and positive and negative ILAVG. Okay, fine. Now we have already studied that when we use the term AVG or when we use the term like this, it actually refers to the DC content of the signal. Okay, similarly, when we write down RMS or small RMS, it actually refers to AC content of the signal. Okay, that is why while we know that a signal can either be a voltage or it can be a current, that is why we coin two terms, V AVG or VRMS, and conversely we coined the terms AVG, IAVG and IRMS. And when we are speaking about load voltages, that is why if the signal is a load voltage, then these terms are reframed as VLAVG or VLRMS or ILAVG or ILRMS. So it's very clear that V for voltage, L for load, and average means DC content, and RMS means it is the AC content. So now as far as converters are concerned, understanding what does mean by positive and negative VL is very important. Okay, so let us first remove some of the misconceptions which some of you may have. So this is the first important point we have to understand. Second important point is what do you mean by positive or negative? Now, the myth or a misconception is positive means only above x-axis and negative means only below x-axis. Students, this is a myth. Okay, positive means only above x-axis and negative means only below x-axis is actually a misconception. Okay, that is what we have to understand. So positive need not necessarily mean above x-axis and negative does not necessarily mean below x-axis. Let us give some examples of waveforms. Okay, so when I say positive DC voltage and when I say negative DC voltage, and if I am told to make waveforms to represent a positive DC voltage and a negative DC voltage, this is what we usually would draw, like this and like this. Okay, so we have the time scale T and we have here. So if it is a load voltage, then we will say VL of T, or if it is a load current, IL of T. Similarly, here it can be again VL of T or IL of T. So positive DC voltage means naturally we would be drawing a line like this. So positive DC voltage means it is a signal which is existing only above x-axis. And when I say negative DC voltage, it actually would mean this. Okay, this is what we feel. But as far as converters are concerned, when I say positive VL AVG, then the waveform can go below x-axis. Okay, so the myth is that positive means only above x-axis and negative means only below x-axis is wrong. Okay, this is how it is. So one is a myth and second is a fact. Fact is positive VL AVG or positive IL AVG means the signal can go below x-axis, but the resultant area over one cycle of the signal is positive. Okay, so positive VLAVG means the signal can very well go below x-axis, but the resultant area over one cycle of the signal is positive. Okay, and when I say one cycle, it naturally means omega t greater than or equal to 0, less than equal to 2 pi radians. Okay, similarly, another fact about negative VLAVG and negative ILAVG is this: negative VLAVG or ILAVG is means the signal can go above x-axis, but the resultant area over one cycle of signal is negative. Again, I am repeating, by one cycle I mean omega t is greater than or equal to 0 radians, less than equal to 2 pi radians. Signal can go above x-axis, but the resultant area over one cycle of the signal is negative. Okay, let us explain both these facts with suitable waveforms. Right? So we can write down fact number 1. Okay. Shown below are signals or waveforms having positive average value. Okay. This can either be a load voltage or a load current waveform. This can be a load voltage or load current waveform. Okay. So 0 by 2 pi, 3 pi. Okay. Okay. So we see here one cycle, it is from 0 to 2 pi. Okay, this is alpha, pi plus alpha and 2 pi. Okay, so the first waveform for VL or IL is an example where there is as such no output in the negative half cycle, that is pi to 2 pi, but there is some negative portion which goes beyond pi. But if we see over one cycle from 0 to 2 pi, the resultant of the area is actually positive. So although in figure number 1 the waveform is going below x-axis, but still the value of average content is positive. Okay, so if we represent area above as this and area below as this, resultant is positive. So this is an example of an uncontrolled rectifier wherein actually there should not be any output in negative half cycle, but there is some small portion that I will tell you it is because of existence of an inductance in the load side. The second example is that of a controlled rectifier. We see here the output is existing from alpha to pi and beyond, and pi plus alpha to 2 pi and beyond. So we see again here that the resultant area over one cycle is actually positive. Okay, so we are given one example from uncontrolled rectifier and another example from controlled rectifier wherein the signal is going below x-axis, but then the resultant area above x-axis and below x-axis is positive. Okay, yeah. Now we give the example of second fact having negative VL/AVG. Fact 2, having negative average value. Okay, Okay. We see here that over one cycle from 0 to 2 pi, we see that the area above x-axis is very small, represented by slant red lines, and the area below x-axis is represented by slant fluorescent green lines. We can clearly see that over one cycle, the resultant is negative. So we are proving that the signal can be above x-axis, but still the average content is negative. Upper waveform shows that the waveform or the signal can go below x-axis, still VLAVG may be positive. So even if the waveform goes below x-axis, it still can have a positive average content. And the second fact also shows that the waveform can go above x-axis, but still the average content is negative. So we can also show this here. We need some reference now. Okay, alpha pi. Two pi. Right. So fact 1 and fact 2 examples are from controlled, uncontrolled rectifier and controlled rectifier respectively. And we can give one more example from AC voltage controller, which some of the students while giving presentations for experiment number 7 had given. We can draw that also here. Here it is alpha, and here it is alpha 1. It is pi plus alpha 1. So alpha and alpha 1 are different. Okay, so this waveform is an example of positive average content. Okay, now we have to shift alpha here. You have to shift pi plus alpha 1 here. This will be my pi plus alpha 1. Okay, fact 2. Yeah. We could cover only 2 points, no problem.